Hello, everybody. This is Jeremy Esplin, Unified Communications Program Manager here at Fisher's Technology. And today we're going to go over the Advanced Hunt Groups Manager functions. Um, if you don't have Advanced Hunt Groups or you're not a manager in Advanced Hunt Groups, this is not going to apply to you. This is only applies to you if you have that capability assigned to you. If you believe you should, please reach out to our help desk and we would be happy to help you out. First off, you have to be logged into the desktop version of the application. This doesn't apply to Contact Center. This doesn't work with the smartphone application. This is only exclusively on the desktop application. If you are a manager in one of these advanced hunt groups, you'll see a little icon off to the left here that says advanced hunt groups. It looks like a little computer screen with some squiggles on it. Click on that. It'll take you into the advanced hunt group monitoring screen first. To give you a real quick tour, up here, this is where you can select from the multiple groups if you are a manager on multiple groups. This is the link to the monitoring here. This is the link to the reporting tab here, which we'll get into in just a second. And then we also have active calls and agents. Right now, there is an active call going on right now. I have called our after hours help desk hunt group, and I'm speaking with Matt Couch. He's he's manning the help desk today. So as we can see here, we can see the person who called. That's me. We can see the time that that call started. We can see the duration, and it's updated every few seconds. We can see the agent who's on the call, and then we have three functions over here. We have monitor, whisper, and barge. The difference between these three are monitor allows you to silently monitor the call. You can't provide feedback to the agent, the person who's taking the call. Whisper, what that does is that it allows you to provide feedback to the agent while still remaining silent to the original caller, the person who called in. So this is good for quality assurance. This is great for training, things like that. And then you have Barge. What Barge allows you to do is that it allows you to completely take over that call. Maybe a call has gone sideways. Maybe you have somebody who's angry. Maybe you have an agent that's behaving inappropriately. Whatever the case is, you have the capability to do that. If you do click on any of these, what it will do is if you are using your desktop phone, um, the hard phone on your desktop, you click on monitor here, it will dial into your phone, and you will then hear the ongoing conversation between the caller and the agent. Same thing with Whisper. If you are using your desktop phone, it will call your desktop phone and allow you to eavesdrop on this conversation and provide feedback to the caller. Same thing with Barge. That will allow you to completely take over that call. Now, if you were to do this, just to give you an example here, what this does is this now has a full screen that's open that says monitor, whisper, Barge. You're currently using monitor, and you can leave this conversation at any time. Just click on leave, and you've now left. Or you can simply hang up your call. Next, we have our agents tab right here. This will show us all of the agents in this group and whether or not they're logged in or logged out. You can log them in or out depending on what you need to do. You just click on log in, log out, and we'll log those individuals in and out of this group. Now we do have a reporting function. So this will provide you some basic reports. It's not as robust as Contact Center, but it does give you a little bit more reporting than what you would normally than what you would have through hunt groups. So we can see our total. This is our current status. This is our total active calls. This is our agents logged in. So we have one active call. That's the one that's going on. That is going on right here. So we have our total active calls. We have agents logged in. We have only one agent logged in. We have one agent with customer. That's the agent that is actively on that call. And then we have calls in queue. So this calls in queue plus this agents with customer will give us our total active calls. Calls in queue are people who are on hold and they currently don't have they have not been picked up and addressed by an agent. We can scroll down here. We can also see the status of all of the agents, whether or not they're on the phone, how long they, when they last logged in, when they last logged out, and a few basic pieces of information here. We also have our active daily total call time, queue time, talk time. This is the total call time. This is the total time that an agent's been on the phone minus any sort of hold time. So this is if I were to call in, if a person were to call in, they were on hold for 30 seconds, and then they were on a call for 1 minute and 30 seconds with an agent, the total would be 2 minutes. And as you can see, this is updating as we're talking. You can also drill down to individual agents. So we can just see Matt Couch. We can find his information here. Very basic because he's only been logged in for just a few minutes. We can see his individual statistics there too. We also have historical reporting. Historical reporting, you can do all agents or drill down to individual agents. And you can define your time period up to 3 months in the past. So if we look at the last month, which is April 5th to May 4th, we hit run report here. This should show us, you have to run that report a couple times there. There we go. Once you hit run report, this will show you all the calls and all the statistics over the last 30 days for all agents. So we can see how many calls were immediately connected. This is connected without on the first ring pretty much. So immediately connected. Connected after more than one ring. Timed out, which means that nobody picked up and the timeout condition happened. That might go to a voicemail box. It might go to another queue. It could go to, directly to a user. It could go to back to your auto tenant, whatever the case is. That's what timeout is. You also have abandoned rates. So this is how many people were on hold and then hung up before either reaching an agent or reaching that timeout condition. We can see our total call time, average and maximum, queue time, average and maximum, talk time, average and maximum. We also have our call statistics laid out here in a couple different graphs, and then again broken down by day. We can see your call trends over the last 30 days or whatever time period you're searching. You can also drill down to individual users as well. It's probably a bad, because I have not been logged into this. Let's look at Mike. Mike's been running our after hours help desk for a couple days now, and so we can see his talk time, average and maximum. We can see his average and maximum calls per hour, time logged in, all of those pieces of information. Now these reports are exportable. If you click on export, it'll export it to a CSV should you need to incorporate that into your business management software or something. If you click on configuration here, this just allows you to define the SLAs. These SLAs control different colors on the wallboard, which I'll show you in just a second. So basically, you want this first SLA to be the time in which it is ideal for customers to have to be on hold. This is going to vary depending on what you want. So if you want all calls to be answered before 5 minutes, you'd plug in 300 seconds here. And then the second SLA is always double the first. All right, if we click on quick statistics here, we have a launch reports link, which will launch the reports in a web browser, but we also have a real-time dashboard, which is the wallboard. This URL here can be copied and put in any browser, and it doesn't require a login or anything, so this is ideal if you have a screen that you want to be able to actively monitor the call queue on. So if we click on launch wallboard, it gives us this screen here. So this screen shows us our total active calls, how many calls are in queue, how many agents are logged in, how many agents are with customers, average time on hold, average talk time, called answered, and calls abandoned within the last 24 hours. Now, if you recall, we have those SLA settings here. um, when it gets into when it passes that first SLA mark, these are going to turn yellow, and if it passes that second SLA mark, these are going to turn red. So it gives you a kind of a visual indicator of how you're doing at any given point. So, like I said, this is something that you can just put up on a screen in a small call center style environment. That's it. Um, So some pretty good functions. Again, not as robust as contact center, but this will give you some contact center like functions, and it doesn't cost you anything to for us to upgrade you. So if this is something that you feel you need for your business, please give us a call. We'd be happy to implement it for you, and it's a really painless process. Thanks a lot, and have a good day.